it's just as comedy. Who's outraged? Who's doubling down? The GGHOP is here to turn it all around with an ancient idea called having fun. Sounds a little scary, stick around, don't run. In the next 60 minutes, begging you to try. Open up your echo chamber and ditch your tribe. There's just one mission by which we're led to put a big fat smile upon your head. The song is almost done, time to start the show. But there might be something left that you'd like to know. What's GGHOP mean? It's your right to ask. The guaranteed, genuine, honest to goodness 1 hour podcast. Good morning. It is Monday, February 12th. You're tuned to the GGHOP, the guaranteed, genuine, honest to goodness 1 hour podcast. I'm your host, Bill Gant, along with James Swinford.
Good morning.
And no Karen today. Karen is busy. She stepped out. It's all sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. Fry pies, chicken, the whole thing. Great for Super Bowl parties. Just wanted to put that in there. I think he let me know I wanted to get that ad out today.
The big game.
Oh, sorry, the bowl.
Yeah,
the big game.
They used to say the superb owl.
Yeah, is that still a rule?
I
heard him saying Super Bowl on the radio the other day.
I think it's only if you're advertising for something that's like an event.
Okay.
You know, like you can't have like a UFC
come on down
event
to our Super Bowl party at this bar or something.
Yeah, unless you actually have permission from the league.
Okay.
The signed written consent order of the National Football League. You know, that fucking warning they always
like
have.
The one for baseball, you know?
Right, yeah.
Well, we're also sponsored by Frankfurt Beer Works.
Frankfurt Beer Works.
And we're broadcasting live from the tap room of Frankfurt Beer Works in the heart of the Christian Ridge Historic District. Just the two of us. We've never had a dude day.
Drink all of Karen's beer while she's gone. But
she said
I feel bad for Ryan. But
they both sent me a text today. They said, drink as much beer as you wanted. It's all yours. You don't have to put the nipples back on. Totally up to you.
Just leave it all a mess.
Yeah.
Because they're gracious hosts. Why not just wreck the place like a millennial?
That's right. Just trash the place. No, right. She will be back Wednesday for Valentine's Day. And Ryan was going to sit in with us, but he went along with her.
Transportation.
So transportation, so that's good. So it's just dudes today. So I asked you when you first came in if you watched the Super Bowl, and you said?
I said I woke up about the third quarter, took a shower, went to work, didn't watch any of it. I watched the...
You missed a lot, James.
I watched the condensed version when I got it, when I was at work.
A lot of field goals.
Yeah.
I did see something that was interesting in it. I mean, if we can do a little football chat, you know.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you no.
Why not?
All right.
But the second quarter, the guy kicked one for San Francisco. It was 55-yard field goal, is the longest one in Super Bowl history.
Yeah.
That was surprising. I didn't know that was. It didn't seem like, and that's a long field goal, but it's would have never thought.
Well, you gotta think almost all the ones that have been outside have had like weather. Because you remember, like when
an issue,
yeah. So when like the Colts played the Bears in that Super Bowl down in Miami,
yes,
it was like that misty rain the whole time. It
was
Miami rain, but it was still that the whole time.
Yeah,
I don't think there were any real long field goal attempts even in that game. I think there was a few times where they actually went for it on kind of a 4th and short at about the 40, just so they wouldn't have to.
Yeah,
even with Vinatieri on the sideline
and being inside. Yeah, it helps. I mean,
being inside, basically, those guys can kick it from about. If there wasn't people standing in front of them, they can all kick it from like 70.
Yeah. So then there was that one, and then a quarter or two later, then
broke it by 2 yards.
Broke it by 2 yards.
Yeah.
You know, so it was kind of interesting.
And the Niners kicker is a rookie that played at Michigan. Just came out this year. So
what's his name?
Moody.
Okay,
yeah.
So I knew I heard it a few times.
Yeah.
Don't watch a lot of NFL like I used to, so kind of not used to the whole.
I'm phasing it out. It's crazy.
It's easy to do. There's a lot of commercials.
Well, I mean, I feel like you're paying to watch commercials with a little bit of game in between.
Yeah.
Like on all mediums.
But I'm here to tell you, years ago, it seemed like people watched it for the commercials. It got to be a thing for a minute.
Super Bowl wise, yeah.
Yeah, but
especially if your team's not in it or you don't have like a rooting interest.
But lately, that stuff's kind of gone away. I mean, it's not like a big deal so much anymore.
Well, most of us pay to have those things go away.
That's right.
So why the fuck are you giving us more?
We don't care what it is.
But they're the only reason everything is the way it is and the prices are the way they are is because they put so much money into it. They're paying like, I can't remember, like a few years ago, it was like 3 point something million just for like a 30-second fucking ad or one.
It's outrageous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so it's interesting to see people that do have the money to advertise on there.
Like the Jesus ones.
Oh my God. Did you see the Jesus one?
Was there another one?
There was another one.
They do one every year.
Ugh.
It's all tied back to weird donors and stuff too, so I never like get into any of that.
So when I told my wife she could watch in the front room, she's like, "You can't be making fun of the game."
Oh, you let her watch it in the front room?
Well, she was going to watch it in the back.
Put the dishes down, and you can come in here and watch it. In the front
Yeah,
room.
that's it. Get in the
Turn
kitchen.
the radio off. You got TV
Yes.
rights tonight, lady.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
As I'm folding all the laundry. She was going to watch in the back. She's like, "Well, I thought you guys were going to be out there playing games or something." No, come out here, watch it on a bigger TV. It's fine. So my son wanted to watch it on Nickelodeon because they had SpongeBob stuff all over it and different people.
Yeah.
But in the afternoon,
Are there kids announcing that?
it was Nate
they do the recon?
Nate Burleson. So yes, and
He does look like he's 15, but he's like older.
he looks like he's an extra from Cooley High. Did you ever see Cooley High?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
All right. So he's like extra cool. And then next to him was a kid named something Eagle. And I don't know if this Ian Eagle, who's there, Ian
There's Iron Eagle, yeah.
I don't know if this is
He's
his
the
son.
older announcer. Could be.
Could be like, because he's a younger guy. And then there were two people who were the voice. One person's the voice of SpongeBob, and one person's the voice of Patrick. But then they're all like, Patrick. Patrick. Kind of like a guy we know that went with you to Detroit once.
Patrick Mahomes.
Thanks for tuning in. But they were like virtual, so you know. But then there was all these little like things on the screen, like underwater or whatever. So the second through the fourth quarter, we watched Nickelodeon. She was able to do that, but I wasn't allowed to make fun of stuff in the game. I said, well, I'm not, So then the commercials come on, and so he like went into
Did Nickelodeon stream have the same commercials?
different ones. So I saw this Jesus one at the first quarter. Yeah, the first quarter we watched on CBS.
He gets us.
Oh man, it was so I think the one last year was just like people like got yelling at each other, like just photos of people angry.
Yeah.
And then it was like, hey, hate is not, this guy didn't hate anybody or that kind of thing. This one, oh my gosh. And I don't think, Michael, you didn't watch Super Bowl, right? No, okay, good. So here, and this is what made me laugh and why I got a finger wave that was my first warning. And I'm like, it's commercials. I can't make fun of commercials. So it comes
Commercials
on.
are supposed to be laughed at. Come on.
The Jesus commercial, if you haven't seen this, they come on. And again, I don't have anything against religious people. It's great. It's super. But this commercial sucked. So it's still pictures of people washing feet. Okay? Because Jesus did that, like went to poor places and would wash people's feet. That's how he was one of the people. He was just everybody. So it's all these different things. Well, there's one in particular where it is a group of people who probably are obviously new to the country or something like that. And they're getting on a bus and they're in like a neighborhood, like a nice neighborhood. And there's a lady there, a white lady. And then here's this like person like putting out her foot, kind of like with her arms crossed, like, yeah, wash my feet, bitch. Like every single, and then the last one was a preacher.
This was on the commercial?
Yeah. And then, yeah, dude, it was like, hey, Jesus.
Who is their target audience?
Wash people's feet, you crazy fools. And then the last one was a preacher, and it was like on like it's like at Redondo Beach or something, and he's washing the feet of this guy, and he's taking his roller skates off because he's all like, dude. And it said Jesus didn't hate, and then the next sentence came was he just washed feet. And I just lost it.
That's really what it said.
Yes, he just washed feet. And I just lost it. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, that was a great one. A lot of fun.
You
Thanks.
remember when
was that worth it? Whoever you are out there, was that worth it?
You remember when the beer bottles played football against each other?
Oh my God,
was
exactly.
Way better.
God, you just brought that. I forgot all about Bud Bowl.
You remember when the frogs would just say something?
No
and
shit.
you thought it was cool?
Can we just watch a fucking game without being...
Remember, it was just people calling each other on the phone saying, what's up? And then people did that for like a
just
year.
having some fun, man. Getting that Pauly Shore vein of fun, baby.
But why, sir?
Yes. God, those were good
How
times.
hard was that? Just run the Clydesdales through there.
Just want to have some fun, baby. There was one ad I did like a lot. And that one was for gummies, not just regular gummies, but the ones that are covered in nerds. like nerd ropes and
like
nerd
the
stuff.
clusters and stuff.
Yes, so it was a big fat nerd, or the gummy, and it walks out there, and then all these little nerds come around, and then this big thing gets up on a stage like flash dance and goes like this, and all these nerds fall over, and it rolls all over. I had a big smile on my face. I looked over her and like, there you go, that's a good one. So that was fun. I see that State Farm has a new pitch man. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Really?
Yeah, he's a great pick for America. I don't know if a few years ago you.
Oh, I did that. That came on like a little ways before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
State Farm.
Yes.
Farm.
Neighbor.
Neighbor.
It's the neighbor.
Neighbor.
That's like the whole thing
Yeah.
is that he's saying it wrong.
Yeah.
But never once does he
Chopper.
in there try to say properly the phrase "screw your freedoms." Like we're gonna forget that, dickhead. Go fuck yourself.
We know you can
Jesus.
pronounce them letters.
God, did you know about that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. During COVID, screw your freedoms. Go fuck yourself, Arnold. You fucking dick. So yeah,
Do what Gavin
Good
says.
job, State Farm.
Do what
That's
Gavin
who to
tells
grab.
you.
That ought to go really well.
Do what Gavin tells you.
Do what Gavin tells you to do. Yes.
He's got the party to attend.
I mean,
Put
obviously.
your mask on.
That's right. You plebeian nothing. God, whatever.
I
So
got to get to the maid service. I'm late.
I've got. What'd you say?
I got to get to the maid service.
The maid service, exactly. I've got people I need to knock up.
The governor.
Oh boy. So commercials, not that exciting. And of course, there's some commercials. My wife's like, "Who are those people?" I don't know.
That's
who
when
any
you're old. That's when
fucking
we started figuring out when he was old.
Yeah.
When the dude came out for the Lions game, came out dancing. I had
Yeah.
no fucking idea who it was. Somebody's like, "Oh, that's Jack Harlow." I'm like, "All right, I guess that's Jack Harlow."
Okay.
Then he had like a meal at some, like a fast food meal somewhere. I can't remember if it was like a McDonald's or a KFC or something.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, apparently this guy's somebody. And then I like looked up the music. I'm like, that's why the fuck I'm not watching.
That's why you don't know.
Yeah.
You're not interested.
Because he came out in like an inflatable thing that you'd make for some like princess birthday party out at an NFL game and started singing with his buddy on the stage. It was ridiculous.
Well, we were talking about this before we started, that you feel like the NFL, definitely Super Bowl and things, try to appeal to.
They're just trying to get everybody that doesn't watch it, and they
Yeah.
don't give a fuck about the people that always did.
And that seems to be a symptom of a lot of things.
Because my
lately.
favorite thing is like when they're on the Prime, Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
There's like a third channel that shows you all the routes they're running and all the stats that go with it.
Okay.
And
Pretty deep.
I just turn that completely down so I don't even hear anything that's going on. Put
And you
music on and just
physically
watch that.
watch the chart.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Saves
watching the
time.
real time like playbook as it's going on.
It's when I used to watch it, I used to get tired of the same, just the talking.
Yeah.
Just it's the same thing. They're all talking on top of each other.
I always wished that with a live game on your TV, you could still hear the audio from whoever your home team was across the audio. So
sure, like a radio,
but
call
synced
or-
up. So because you
Yeah.
could kind of do that, but like it's always out of time. It's never synced up.
Well, that's interesting you bring that up because
I'm that kind of nerd.
here's what I think is coming is that you saw the Peyton and Peyton show,
Yeah.
right? Those guys
Manning
watch
cast.
the Monday night together, and then they have guests on. And when I saw that, it kind of got me thinking that one of these days, with AI and everything, that's what you'll do. I want Howard Cosell to do it, and I want Don Meredith, and I want Carrot Top. And you just pick the voices, and out will pop. First and 10, hey, let me show you this crazy,
Oh, I'd have like
Carrot
a whole,
Top would be doing it.
No, I'd have like a whole drunk crew. So it'd
Sure.
be like Brent
Yeah.
Musburger,
Brent Musburger, that's great.
Pat Summerall,
Definitely Pat Summerall.
got, Joe
They're
Namath down on the sideline, just
touching people's hair, grabbing people's ass. Yeah,
Sure are pretty.
that would be
Come
great.
sit on my lap.
The drunks.
That's great.
I think someday that'll be your thing. You could pick whoever you want. It'll be whoever. You could have
be
John
awesome.
Candy do it.
That'd
Doesn't
be
matter.
awesome.
One of these days. I don't know.
Arnold Schwarzenegger doing a game.
That's right. First
Easy
and 10.
strike.
Easy strike. Screw your freedoms. So, yeah, NFL. Well, goodbye. So when does it start again? August.
Well,
September.
it never ends. It's
Oh.
always off season and the whole 9 years.
Don't
This
even-
is actually the more exciting time.
Yes.
When they build the team.
And don't even get us started on the draft.
Yeah. It's a pretty good time.
Used to be for nerds. Now it's not.
I know.
Now it's like a 6-day event.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Well, here's something that goes with it. I got a joke for it.
I liked it when it was 20 hours of relentless marathon drinking.
It was.
It was
And
great.
if you're out there, if
and
you
you
don't
only
know
get
what-
like 1.5 rounds in, and it'd be like 10 at night, and you're
Yes.
pissed drunk and done eat like 24 pieces of chicken and
Yes.
and donuts.
That's what it was about.
That's
The
right.
NFL draft used to be just like, I used to say that was like my Christmas.
It was mine.
I would take days off work. It was nerdy.
Yeah.
Just the nerds watched it. But now it's on like what, Thursday? They do the first 3 picks.
It's actually better, but it's too long. Like the last 2 days don't really mean shit.
Yeah.
The first 2 days is kind of cool because it splits it up so they can do trades in between time.
Yeah.
So it sets up the next round a little better.
But it's like a big event with music and tied
It's
into
like
movie
they tried to
sequels
turn it
and-
into something like they did with the combine and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all.
Yeah.
Let's get everybody involved.
As long as we can get somebody to sponsor it, they'll find as many sponsors as they possibly can.
What do nuclear annihilation, nude grandmothers, and the Super Bowl halftime show have in common?
What was the middle one?
What do nuclear annihilation, nude grandmothers, and Super Bowl halftime have in common?
Ooh. Nobody's ever happy with it?
There are 3 things no one really wants to see.
Yeah.
Yep.
For the most part. Small percentage.
I wrote that during the SpongeBob game.
Because she wasn't allowed to vent, right? I got to write this down.
I had to think of something. Well, then as I'm writing some of these things that I have for us today, I was just thinking, like, how many of these are you going to get? Because I start, seriously, now when I write jokes, I'm like, is this one he's going to get? So, yeah. Okay. So,
or do you mean get as in
like you're gonna get, like-
understand or steal?
No, as in like you're going to predict it before it comes out.
Yeah.
You already know the punchline. Okay. So I did some other ones that
Kind
are
of
more
a
like,
comedian, Bill. I kind of
yeah,
there's a structure to it.
there is.
You're just setting up pins. Somebody knocks them down.
I'm trying. So I got ones. These are more in the way of Karnak, but these might bring some fun. Okay.
All right.
As you know, just a little fun as we get towards the halfway point of the show. Oh, and also, God, we jumped right into everything. Don't forget, it's Fry Pie February.
Oh yeah.
Like us.
$100 gift.
Like us on the Facebook. Like us on the YouTube. The Rumble.
Follow us on Rumble.
The X. Sounds good. And we should have the video up this week, and it'll be fully running and ready to go. Our little trip to Wilson Farm Market.
If you're watching us on YouTube, we don't necessarily have all of our videos on YouTube. So if you go to the actual Rumble app, like all of our videos are in order, and they're pretty much all still there.
Yeah, you can find them both places.
Yeah.
And check it out. Be sure. So that's how you win and enter. I still got to check. I'm going to check the email, GGHOP@gmail.com, because I'm hoping to get a physical address for somebody that won the last giveaway.
Yeah.
If I don't get that, then Valentine's Day, I'll give it away again. We'll find somebody to give this gift card and shirt to. So, check it out. Let's see. So this was going to be more like Karnak,
All right.
this one. But now, usually the old Karnak on Johnny Carson, there's a sealed envelope, do this whole thing.
Yeah.
I think we did that when Todd Berryman was here. But now we just do not have the budget for envelopes.
No.
So
It's all in the R&D department right now.
So I thought with writing these two, what would be fun too, is that maybe you'll be able to guess them. But we'll see. Maybe not.
See how on the ball I am right now.
Someone in their 50s, and these are someone in their 50s, benign, and Oprah Winfrey. And, usually it kind of goes, it's a rhyming word, a chiller, a diller, and a willer, something like that. So someone in their 50s, benign, and Oprah Winfrey.
Ooh. I'm going to say boomer, tumor. I can't get it. No humor.
Oprah Winfrey,
Oprah Winfrey.
a boomer, a tumor, and a
Loser?
groomer. You were so
Groomer.
close. She brings people in so people can rape them.
What?
Remember?
Is this news to me?
No, Oprah's like part of the whole Epstein.
Oh, I haven't
thing,
paid attention.
and
I was going to
having
do the
people
research
over
today
and
before Scott come here so I could look up the Oprah
giving
stuff.
them Rohypnol.
You
or
did
something.
spoiler alerted me on some Oprah shit I didn't know about. I know her and The Rock was trying to ask people for money. I'm like, who the fuck are you two people?
Yeah.
to be asking people.
Please,
for money?
you can make a difference. Donate.
Yeah.
So can you.
I'm like, you could just turn around and sign a check. What the fuck?
Oprah's slimy. We were gonna shit on Oprah when Scott was coming.
Yeah, I was the
We
day
had that
before I
planned.
was going to do the research, but then he had something else going on, so I was like, yeah.
So I'll find out. He might be here this Friday, maybe next Friday, because she was taking the shot, and it was the whole thing about the Ozempic shot,
Oh, okay.
and that's how she's lost all this weight.
Well, yeah.
And then she's going
They
record
should do
as
by
saying,
running.
she was saying, for years I thought this was my problem, but I realized I have a disease. Yeah, the
It's called
people.
fork to mouth syndrome.
Yeah, the people down at critical care in the oncology department
Uh-huh.
have a bone to pick with you, you
Right.
fat fuck. What a bitch. Okay, man. We need Karen here.
Struck
Getting
it, man.
angry. All right, how about this one? Lil Wayne,
Ooh.
an outhouse, and adult film star Christy Canyon. Lil Wayne, an outhouse, and adult film star Christy Canyon from the late 80s and 90s.
Well, I'm gonna say Wheezy, but I don't know if you even know that.
So, what are these?
You don't know Lil Wayne has a nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. You don't. That's not one.
No,
that's not what's on the card.
No, that's not it.
Lil
Wayne, an outhouse,
rapper, crapper, and what was the last
adult film star Christy Canyon. You're so close. You should be like 2-0.
one? Gapper? No.
A rapper, a crapper, and a
Flapper?
snapper.
She's redhead, right?
No, it's like I think snapper's a thing for vagina, isn't it? So it's like a vagina thing.
Yeah, 1970. I think you got to call it a red.
I'm just having
I
fun
thought they
here.
called it a red snapper
I'm
because it's a
trying
red-haired
to-
girl, right? I think it's a red.
You were so close. You've got 2 out of 3 both times.
Yeah. Well, you
Okay.
didn't know what Jeezy was, so I had to move on.
No, I know. I just
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to say yes and thinking that was the thing.
I was gonna say Jeezy, Sneezy, and I didn't know what the last one was gonna be.
How about a K9, Ginsburg, Cat Williams? K9, Ginsburg, Cat Williams.
You talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Maybe. Are you getting it out there? Thanks for being just K9,
Yeah.
Ginsburg, and Cat Williams.
3 bitches.
Name a tooth, a Ruth, and the truth.
Oh shit.
Oh, I almost put molar. I was trying to. Okay. All right. How about this one? Blue, African, Vince McMahon. Blue, African, Vince McMahon.
Man. Blue African Vince McMahon.
Let's see. What's blue?
That sounds like a shitty character.
What's blue that rhymes with rapist?
Yeah.
Blue, African, and Vince McMahon.
Man. Color? No?
BLEU. There, I'll help you. It's
Blue as in wind?
no, BLEU.
EU.
This is a cheese, some bees, and a sleaze.
Phew, I was never gonna get that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
If I don't have the cordon,
Did you get it out
if I
there?
don't get the cordon in front of the blue, I don't know
Sorry.
what the fuck you're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Sorry. Different
I'm
one.
sitting here
Different
thinking
one.
color wheel.
You're all right. You're right. Last one here. Last one. Craig, a city in Michigan, and Disney films. Craig, a city in Michigan, and Disney films.
Craig. Let's see. The only thing I'm thinking of for Craig is like Ice Cube.
Okay. I thought you might go that way. This is name a Killborn, Dearborn, and a Stillborn. There we go. I got it.
That was good.
That's pretty good
I
stuff.
like that.
Thank you. Thank you. We had to do something like Aaron's
Yeah, I
done.
would have never got that.
We're just barely keeping it together
That's
today. Thank you
hilarious.
for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We're almost halfway through. So we want to remind you that we're sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia. Fresh chicken, fry pies. You said it was the best chicken. You said
Man,
screw
you
the
know
colonel.
how much fucking chicken $100 in a gift card would buy?
Not a lot.
Enough to
A lot.
make me happy for a couple weeks.
And that's what we're trying to give away. So be sure to follow us. Let us know. Send us a message. But for sure, follow us. I think we're like 70, almost 80 now.
Nice.
So we're getting there. Getting towards that bikini.
I was thinking of those giant oatmeal cream pies.
Those are huge.
Yeah.
Those actually, they I think a couple years ago, what they make in the bakery are these 2 giant cookies, and
Yeah.
then they put the cream in between. I think over the past couple years they put a little less in between because I mean it used to be 2 inches thick. I mean it's 2 separate things you could just no human could eat one of these. I don't
No,
think.
it'd be like a challenge.
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah,
like one of those
so-
special challenges.
Delicious stuff from the bakery. Again, the prize we give away is a $100 gift card. Use it up. And if you're from another state, no big deal because people come from other states to be there too.
what I'm saying.
To be there too. Well, we've been talking about Valentine's stuff. So I thought we'd continue on again. I thought I was going to have another guy here who was a married guy. So
Sausage Fest.
yeah. So, but I think we can do these both ways. I think we can do that. And who knows if we want to save one for, I don't know if we want to save one for Karen or not. We'll have some fun on Valentine's Day.
We were starting to make Karen uncomfortable with all the clitoral talk.
It was a whole lot. That was a lot. But I think that went over pretty good. We'll have to have once in a while reviews for
See
sex
if we can
toys.
get like a low end porn star to come be a guest.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
We've got to know somebody that's a slut. Is that what you're talking about?
That's doing it professionally.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Professional.
Great.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
My mistake. We'll find one. Well, I got in
We'll put a thing out on Indeed or one of the job sites.
please send to TheeGGHOP so we guarantee that no one will.
All right. The hell is that, an email?
This is from Metro.com.
Metro.
www.metro.com. So this is why
That's a great song, by the way.
let's
Riding on
see.
the Metro.
Let's start with this one instead. Wait, is this one? Yeah, let's do this one instead.
Okay.
We'll start with this one. This is just the other way. This is crazy. So sometimes I go to these websites and I find stories, you know, because you Google them. And then I go to a website and I'm reading it and I'm looking around and
It's
looking
all
at,
about your stepsister.
well, yeah, I just
no.
look around at like the ads and then like the other like stories that are on there. And I start, what the heck? So this is one. This is from Men's XP. Okay. www.mensxp.com. And this is India's largest men's lifestyle destination.
Nice.
Because I was looking around like, these are all kind of weird. Look, what is this? It's like this lifestyle website for people who are in India.
Nice. In India.
Hello, Bombay.
In India or here in India?
India, like
Oh, out there. Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Like in Asia, like in the country.
Yeah.
This is like all the stuff on the side was about TV shows from there, clothes from there.
Bollywood's kind of taking over some shit. Yeah.
12 reasons, and this is it. 12 reasons why women find older men more attractive. Okay, so see if we feel this is true. We're older men. We're not in our 20s. We don't know who Dua Lipa is.
Who what?
See?
What was that?
Dua Lipa. Do you know who that is? Have you heard of that?
Lupe? With one of those little swoosh things on top?
Dualipa.
Shit,
Dua
no
Lipa.
idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it a person?
Perfect. I think so.
You think so?
I've heard. Well, last night at the Sponge Bowl Super Bowl, they were. I can't get enough of this. I know.
SpongeBob Super Bowl.
I promise. A little more SpongeBob Super Bowl, and I'm done. But they had these little things where they cut over, and they were supposed to be famous people with like fish names, you know, like Snoop Finny Fin or whatever, you know, 20 Twin Finny Fin, you know. But one of them was like Dua Lipa and somebody else. And my wife's like, "Who is that?" Well, that's Dua Lipa.
That's like one. There's always one or two of those that pop up every year.
I guess I don't know. Not hip with the new music. It happens.
I didn't know what Post Malone was for a couple years, so don't feel bad.
I thought it was Karl Malone getting the ball inside
Right?
and dub.
Yeah, Post.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not going from the
It's a
elbow.
guitar player. It's like a rapper.
It's some guy that looks like his kid scribbled on his face.
Yeah. And there's another one like that too.
They're all like that at this point.
Okay. All right. Face tattoos are in.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all named after weird shit.
Yeah. Something with a dollar sign. And
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when all this was farmland.
That's right.
God dang it.
I remember they used to use 808s and rap the right way.
I knew it would turn into an angry old man fest if she wasn't here.
All right.
That's not what we want, though. We're not
Grandpa
angry old men.
Simpson's
We're
my
happy.
favorite Simpson.
We're happy old people. They don't play mind games. Now, this is not to say they're boring. They can be witty and interesting as hell. Just that their idea of fun does not include sitting in front of their phone and not picking up their woman's calls. So, do you think you don't play mind games with your significant other, right?
No, she's smarter than me. I can't fucking do that. Kidding me?
I think most older guys, that again, this is supposed to be why women like men who are older. So they don't do things like
We're simple.
Yeah.
There's only a few things that really just fucking get us through the day. If you can fulfill any of those, you're in.
That's right.
That's basically.
Cook a pot. A man will show up to that pot.
That's right.
It's Chris Rock. Number 2, they have old world charm. See, some of these they're funky because they're from India.
It's true though.
Not-
There's not a whole lot of chivalry. How do you say that? Chivalry.
Yes, exactly. This speaks to that.
Generations after us don't really have it anymore.
This line is why I then started to look on what the fuck website am I on, because something's not right. So how many women fancy the idea of hearing, "Hey, what up, babes?" on their first date, and it's spelled BABESSS. I'm like, what where am I? Who has ever said that? What up, babes, on their first date? Whether it's pulling chairs.
Maybe if I was hammered drunk.
Yeah,
Hey,
like a
babes.
mistake. I meant to say
What's up,
baby.
babes?
I meant to say nice ass, and then I babe ass.
Yeah. Motorboat sounds and I fell down.
Whether it's pulling out chairs, getting flowers, or simply giving a peck on the cheek instead of shoving your tongue down her throat,
Yeah.
nothing melts a woman's heart more than keeping things old school.
Open a fucking door.
Babe-ass. Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
And I think mostly guys are that way, older
Yeah.
guys. I bet there's young guys too. We can't really bag on the young people. You know, they're learning.
I think
We can't put them all in one group. That's not how
you
it
know,
works.
still always do it. I don't know. Instinctively, always like walking on the side of the sidewalk where the car would hit you first.
That's a very old fashioned thing.
Yeah, you
And
gotta
you
do
know-
it in the city sometimes because I'm like, you know,
Now, do you know why they do that? Why that originally is what that comes from?
no.
I do know there's something I know. 'Cause
Is
I'm
it horse
old.
related?
Close. It was back in the old times when people used to shit in buckets and throw it out the fucking window. Is because you would stand on the outside because people would chuck it, try to get it into the street, and it might hit the curb. But most of the shit and piss didn't hit right under the window, so your woman walks on the inside to not get hit.
Now I'm just
Oh,
dodging
shit.
people driving shit rather than dodging shit.
Yes,
All right,
now
cool.
you're dodging shit. Well, you're dodging shit then too, kind of.
Dodging a dodge rather than dodging shit.
That's also why in big cities and those little restaurants and bodegas, they have the awning.
Yeah.
Awnings are for keeping shit off of in front of a store. That's what that is from. Look it up.
Wasn't even sun related.
Nope, it's
No.
shit related. Because people used to just throw it out in the street. They didn't have any idea that this could make you sick. They had no clue.
Yeah.
So that's why you walk on the outside, so your woman doesn't get covered in shit.
I like how you brought that up. And we're talking about India. It was like 3/4 of the country still kind of that way.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean
It's
it is.
true.
It's like 3/4 of the country still that way.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I had a relation who worked at a call center
Yeah.
and ran the call center in India for a while.
And some of those places are weird because like you'll just be in it, and then it'll look westernized, and then in it. It's just like
Yeah,
weird.
there's sections that are, and then sections are they're just it's bad.
There's just a river and they're all laying on it.
But they
Yeah.
still do let cows walk through the streets, and they
Yeah.
get to go wherever they want,
Yeah.
and that's a real problem. But the call centers, these are huge. People live there.
So I have friends that have traveled there once and just said they couldn't get over the smell the whole time they were there. So it's not like being on a farm. It was different.
It's rowdy.
Yeah.
But the people who work in a call center, they'll like live there all week. Instead of like going home or whatever, they just stay there and sleep and then wake up. They just eat, they just stay there. But he was kind of like getting this one set up and helping it get ready and staying for a couple years and then leaving. And about the second week he was there, and he's the IT guy.
Yeah.
And he'd
George
been
Smith.
setting up all the he's been setting up all the computers, getting everything ready, working with people, answering questions, helping out. And he said, I went, and then of course, during the day I had to go to the bathroom. So men's bathroom down the hall, went in. He goes, I walk in, I look up, there's windows, and at the windows there's all these cups full of like water that's cloudy. He's like, whatever. Uses the bathroom, goes out, doesn't think about it, works another 2 days, 3 days, goes in, keeps seeing those. Every time he goes in, doesn't know what this is all about. So finally, after about a month of working there, he's like, hey, I got to ask you something. I don't want to be, upset you. Is it some kind of cultural thing? Do you guys like take water to the bathroom with you? Like what that's all about? And he says, oh, well, when you go into the bathroom, we keep toilet paper for you because you're the American. But the rest of us, we wipe it with our fingers, our butthole, and then that's where we clean our fingers off there. So for a month, he's been out there touching everybody's computer where they've all been touching, and they just swirl it in some water and kind of wipe it off, and I'm done.
Nice.
Yeah, they finger wipe.
Nice.
So see, you're
They don't know
onto
about
it.
the seashells.
That's just what they do. It's just their culture. That's how it goes.
Remember or was it Demolition Man?
I think I remember it with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Yeah. Where he goes to the future to try to kill Wesley Snipes because they let Wesley Snipes out.
Okay. Does he wipe with his finger?
No, they have like this joke about seashells because they didn't have toilet paper.
Oh,
But every time he would cuss, it would print out a little penalty. So he just kept cussing, so it'd print enough of them out so he'd go wipe his ass with it because he didn't know how to
Oh.
use the seashells.
smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Anybody out there seen Demolition Man? They know what I'm talking about.
Like also, if you're in like a way foreign country, you could use the money.
Right.
It's worthless or something.
Yeah.
Use that. It's cheaper
Just
than
400
toilet-
yen.
It's cheaper than toilet paper.
I just flushed $5. Ain't
There
no
you
big deal.
go. So now that's what we know about India. No, great people. They know how to pleasure a woman. Well, hold on. They know how to pleasure a woman in bed. My mistake. Hands down, older women are way better in bed. This is what it says. They know what women want. Wait, older men. God, I'm all backwards here. I'm thinking of that poo water. It's really running through me. Hands down, older men are way better in bed. They know what women want and know their bodies as well as they know their beers. They've seen much variety and definitely more than just porn. The delusions created by porn have been shattered long ago, and they are as real in bed as it can get. This is why it has a different feel to it.
Their fingers are too crusty to use their phone to get on the internet.
Yes. They don't care what your fingers smell like.
Right.
So you know how to pleasure a woman in bed. Would you agree that an older guy does that pretty well?
It's like practicing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a little more confidence.
You throw a ball enough, you get better at throwing a ball.
That's right. Oh, you said this earlier. They're smarter and wiser. We're smarter and wiser, James. With all those years in their system, they have got to be smarter than their younger counterparts, busy guzzling pint after pint of beer.
Oh, I can still do that and be wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is written very strangely.
I know the amount of pints I can drink before I quit being wise.
How many pints is it? How many pints does it take to get to the fine line of crossing into stupidity?
I'd say 6 to silly, 8 to fucked up, 9 to just probably being carried.
Gotcha.
9 or 10.
So 6. 6 pint
Yeah,
size.
6 is great. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's the
Spread
way.
out over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True pints.
not chugged.
No.
No.
If you're drinking beer by the pint and you're going through that many, you're not drinking real beer.
Yeah. You just slow down. You just
Yeah.
be drinking light beer. You don't drink,
Karen to be here to talk about IPAs and shit. Yeah.
but you don't drink shots, right? You don't do whiskey and
Just when my team's in the playoffs and winning. That's the
You'll
only
have a
time I
shot.
ever did shots. Yeah. Crown
Okay.
Apple.
yeah. Not mixed drinks though. You don't
No.
do mixed drinks. None of that. Okay.
That was my 20s.
So far we don't play any mind games. We've got old world charm. We know how to pleasure women in bed. We're smarter and wiser. Let's face it, boys. Older men are wiser and more mature. People are silly when they are young, and women don't like waiting for the boys to grow up. There's some truth to that.
Yeah, we could be teenagers if we want to, though.
That's right. We stay that way. Although I don't know. I think girls are always attracted to again. He's punched me in the face. I love him.
Yeah.
They kind of like the bad guy.
I picked him up from jail. He only hit me twice.
That's right.
Love him.
He didn't mean to hit me that hard.
Right.
You misunderstanding him. Oh, this one. This is pretty true. They don't try to change a woman. While everyone likes a stylish, pretty woman, older men don't beat themselves too much over a girl's nail polish or that single strand of white hair. They are more concerned with what lies inside. You know it. And are more accepting of women's imperfections. Unlike younger boys, they don't attempt to change the woman they fall in love with. They are not judgmental, period.
Yeah, when I first got out of school, I'd only date skinny girls.
Oh, so you had a
Yeah, I was
tight,
like, yeah.
only skinny girls?
Got a couple that were bigger, completely changed the mindset.
Oh,
Yeah.
they changed your mind.
Yeah.
Fat bottom girls.
Yeah, but it was more like just wanted to try all the flavors.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. There's a song.
Neapolitan.
There's a song that somebody used to sing on the Bob and Tom show. It was never turned down a chance to get laid. And it was like, do the fat ones, the skinny ones, the short ones, the tall ones, do them all.
No, not necessarily that.
Okay, all right, no, no.
You can still be choosy. You can still be choosy. Still be choosy.
So, you had skinny gals, and this one just blew your mind.
Yeah, it's a little bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, hey, not so bad.
Yeah.
All right, well done. So, yeah, but you never told.
Now skinny girls with me would be like you're trying to call deers and you got those deer antlers and you're out there rattling together. It just doesn't seem right.
It's not right. It feels
doesn't seem
weird. They're too, yeah. But you never tried to change a girlfriend. You never
No.
said, you need to wear different clothes.
No.
You need to lose some weight. You need
There's
to gain
no reason
some
to
weight.
change a woman because they change every 30 seconds.
They change themselves.
Yeah, in their
They're
brain.
pretty good at that.
In their brain, just every 30 seconds. Something.
I don't know many guys that have tried to change a girl.
It does not work.
I know
How does
plenty
that
of
work?
girls that try to change the guy.
Yeah.
That seems how it usually
That's
works.
all of them, yeah.
You need to wear this.
Yeah. Fix
Yeah.
these problems.
Yes.
Well, these weren't problems till the ring got on the finger.
So they can take charge. Older men often hold an image of authority in a woman's mind, whether it's deciding which place to eat in or booking what holiday package. They know when to take charge and do it without being overbearing. Now, it is a truth universally acknowledged that women tend to date daddy figures, somebody who reminds them of their fathers and assures them, if only subconsciously, of a protected and safe environment. The unsaid promise that they will have their
If
they will
had
be
that
there
kind
in
of-
times
if
in
they
trouble.
had that kind of dad.
If they, it's true.
Yeah.
A lot of them, if they got the issues, they did not have
Yeah.
that kind of dad.
Trying to find something just a little better.
Yeah. Take charge. Do you take charge? You guys share stuff equally? Are you the guy that does certain things?
I mean, she's
You're responsible for certain jobs.
well, I mean, she's a boss at her place.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to get that out of the system.
Gotcha.
But she's great at planning shit. She's like, tickets, anything, whatever you got going on.
So if
she
it's
could set
events
it up.
like that,
Yeah.
she takes care of it.
I'm the navigator.
And you're the person that drives there.
I want to get us there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
might drive you through Chicago once, but we'll get there.
True. We might
Yeah.
take the long way.
I did that on purpose.
I got to see every borough of Chicago
That's right.
once with James.
Because I said I've never driven all the way through Chicago. So I held
By God, we did it.
him and two other larger friends hostage and made them drive all the way through Chicago on a 90-degree day.
It was warm.
In a 4-door Civic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Galashan was with us.
Mr. Galashan was in there.
Yeah.
I was in there.
Another larger friend.
Another heavy friend up front.
Yeah. We
Good
did get
God.
to see a guy wreck on a bicycle, which was the funniest thing.
That was
ever.
cool. I'm just
Yeah.
glad you don't feel the same way about friends that you did women, because you would have hung out with any of us fat bastards. Yeah, we went and saw a game in Northwestern, and then we were going to Northern Illinois.
Yeah, in DeKalb.
It should be about a maybe 90-minute trip.
Not even that. On
yeah.
the
Trying
interstate,
to help
if we would have got on the interstate, it would have took like 20 minutes, if that.
20-minute trip. Instead,
3 hours?
about 180 minutes.
Yeah, about
Like
3
I said,
hours.
saw every sidewalk in Chicago. I've seen every building. Seen it.
Yeah.
Thank you, James.
I just said we're going west, and that's how it ended up.
It was like being a sailor.
But when I know I'm really going to somewhere and there's time constraints,
You
I'm
drive
all
the
about it.
right
Yeah,
way. You
yeah.
don't do that crazy stuff. But so she takes charge sometimes, but you take charge sometimes. Division of labor type of thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. How about this? Older men, they can hold an interesting conversation.
Oh, yeah.
The complementary trait that comes with more wisdom is the ability to hold an interesting conversation for more than 30 minutes or barely an hour, like I do. And the conversation doesn't necessarily have to have sex in it for it to be interesting. Well, bullshit.
Oh, well, hell.
Yeah, bullshit.
Our
This-
whole
I-
fucking plan's out the window.
They're wiping
Phil.
their butt with
Shut
their fingers.
down.
Wiping their
Shut
butt with their
down.
fingers. Get out. No, I think that's true.
Yeah, for the most part.
They're just more interesting.
But also, if that was taken recently, it's because older men now, we're not as social media reliant as the generations younger than 30.
True.
People younger than 30 are a little bit more reliant on it.
Yeah.
Like the ones that have always had it. Like the ones that are 27 to 35, they remember what it was like to not have it.
Yeah.
But we literally lived the first half of our lives without it.
Yes.
So it's completely different.
But I think even with the newer technology and thing, people still have a conversation.
Oh, yeah.
They'll get
Oh, yeah.
there. I think a lot of the stuff is over the top, worrisome, stupid stuff.
And anytime I'm out, I'm always
Not
picking
really.
conversations with people all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The more different, the better. They're going to tell me something I ain't ever heard.
Yeah, just
know what I
listen
mean?
to somebody different. But I would agree with that. I think that probably an older guy probably has some more interesting stories to tell you than a younger
Yeah.
guy.
And we might
Depending on who it-
might just be talking to you for conversation, not because we're trying. There's not ulterior motives.
True.
To try to, yeah.
Older guys are always not trying to pick you up.
Yeah.
Okay. Might just be just talking to you. All right. We're well settled in our careers. Older men are well established in their careers. Financially more stable. And that promise of a calmer life is something no woman can say no to. It might come across as shallow, but women looking to settle down often tend to go for the nice guy with a stable job and a house.
Sure.
I don't know about that.
No.
No, I don't agree.
Not in my America.
Of course, I'm not very stable. I've never been very stable. Not financially
Are any
stable.
of us stable?
I don't know. Really? What is stability?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
They didn't teach us that. I can square dance like a motherfucker though.
We need Dave Ramsey.
Right?
He'll tell you what to do. Yeah. I don't know, but I think most time, chances are, if you're an older guy, you probably have a little more of your shit together than at probably 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Number 9, they are gentlemen and treat women better.
Yeah.
May I put this in your? The one major difference between a man and a boy is the way he treats
They cut to
the
it,
women in his life.
They sound like they're saying boy like derogatory.
That's right, boy.
And boy.
No, man and a boy. Older men have been around. Well, see, this is India, where you have class systems of people where you're totally allowed and encouraged
you're
to shit
supposed
on
to say
others.
that, yeah.
You know, I'm in this system. You can never be born and ever get up to where I
You're
am.
the freshman of the male class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think this country has problems? Go to India. Good luck. So they're more sensitive towards the feelings and needs of a woman. By now, they know the perfect responses to questions like, honey, do I look fat? Damn straight, come over here. Let me clean you off a place to sit, sweetie.
I always just say, just the rat parts.
Yeah. or, baby, where are we heading? Again, it's India. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what this means.
Istanbul,
hey,
not
babus,
Constantinople?
babas.
Oh, wait,
I
that's Turkey.
There's some of it. It's a, what is it? What did you
I
say?
said Istanbul, not Constantinople.
It's,
but
they're
that's Turkey.
close.
That's Turkey. That's
It's
close.
on that side of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, but you said that before. I think older guys are gentlemen. We do treat women better.
Yeah.
I think on the whole. Said that the other day at Wendy's. Son lost it.
I always like how older black guys talk to people, like when they're, especially if they're talking to older women, they would
Yeah.
call them Miss something.
Yeah.
By their first name. It's very Southern hospitality.
Yeah, I know that my son has gone to school, and then like it was a thing in schools like over the past few years, and he's coming home and saying Miss Stephanie and Miss Stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
they need to teach you to say Miss or Mrs. in their last name,
Yeah.
because otherwise you sound like a servant on a plantation. It doesn't sound good.
It's see, when I would say stuff like that to my old lady, and
Yeah.
I call her that, like Miss,
Yeah.
It was like completely different. It was more like dominatrix fucking sound.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah,
whenever
you're
you
tied
hear it.
up and chained up.
Yeah,
and
it's
she's
like
whipping.
you're
That's different.
like you're asking for a safe word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Fire truck. Fire truck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, number 10. This could be. We, meaning guys, the older guys, they are not hell bent on scoring chicks.
It depends on what frame of mind you're in.
Older men are more secure in their skin. It's baggy and wrinkly and liver spotty, but they
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how comfortable we are in it. It's comfortable on us, I guess.
got a lot of itchy parts.
To keep track apart.
They have picked up girls in bars. They've made out with their girlfriends secretly in cars. The world is no longer their oyster. They don't need to brag about. They don't need to brag to their guy friends about the chicks they have bedded. They just want to. It's not about the hanging brain.
No.
It's not about the double donkey punch. They just want to spend a calm evening with their woman, and nothing is more comforting for a woman than a guy who has eyes only for her.
And their Colt grappler, whatever that thing
And
was.
their
yesterday.
Colt snug tugger penis ring.
your chunk of girl.
Or your chunk of girl that
Chunk of
didn't
girl,
work.
right.
So I threw it against the wall and finished the old fashioned
Finish
way.
the old-fashioned way. Previous episode.
Well, usually I suppose older guys are not out there.
It just
doing
depends.
that
If it's because I worked at the bar. If divorced and on the prowl, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah, man or woman. Yeah.
So what do you notice when you were working at a bar and people coming in and they're divorced on the prowl? What's it look like? What do they? What do
it's
they look
usually like you talking dude wise.
Mm-hmm.
Product
When a dude
in
is divorced
like
and on the
product
prowl.
in their hair.
Okay, so they're
that-
gelled up.
that, like usually wouldn't. You know?
Okay, we're
And these
gelled
are
up.
like rare cases. Most of the time, they just look a little nicer. Just
Yeah.
dress a little nicer.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see a guy that wouldn't usually wear a polo shirt and a polo shirt,
Oh, looking like he's
Yeah.
going to a court date.
or like he would just came from a date or was trying to look like he was going on a
I
date.
just finished the date.
Right.
Okay.
Uh,
Out on the prowl, hair, polo.
and most of that's the same for women too, but it's usually more makeup, tighter clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always signs.
Do
Because
they-
I'll bring it up too if it's somebody I know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you on the prowl? You know, just
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Usually get whatever answer I usually had in my head.
When the men or women come in and they are divorced and they're older and they're on the prowl, are they alone? Or are they with like friends?
Usually depends. Usually if they're like either sometimes they might know a couple and they're the third wheel, or
Okay.
or they do come in with a buddy or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do these people, when you talk to them, are they like drunk in like 10 minutes? Are
No,
they
not
totally
usually.
freaking out.
No, not usually. Unless a bunch of girls show up and they have a little bit of money to burn, they want to kind of get out of hand. then they
Okay.
kinda will. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It all depends on the situation.
Cool.
Who the guy really is.
So if you're out there, get some product for your hair, get the polo, if you're on the prowl.
Yeah, but none of that stuff really. Just be you, because the next day you wake up, you're gonna be you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always just be yourself.
Just
I
wear the
think
same
is-
shit I saw you in there the other day. You'll be all right.
Just be yourself.
If she don't like you sitting there the way you are, she don't need you.
That's right. And you don't want her anyway.
That's right.
Be confident in your skin. Number 11. They know, that's men. These are men. Why the women love the older men. They know what they want and are not afraid to say it.
Basically.
Whether it's casual dating or a serious relationship, they know what they want from a woman and express it without beating around the bush. AC/DC. They can do so without saying it in a blunt way. Women appreciate honesty any day. Kind of. Skin, this is from India. Things could be off. Check your local listings.
They like honesty without judgment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. I mean, not brutal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The only thing I'm ever brutally honest with a woman about is if they fuck their hair up. I'll tell them when they fuck their hair up.
That looks like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck did you do to your hair?
Have you
Because if
ever-
I did some shit to mine, they do the same. Any dude that messed their hair up, they'd just be, what the hell happened to your hair?
They would say the same thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to say that to your wife? Like,
Yeah.
oh, what'd you do?
Yeah. She cut all her hair off one time.
And you didn't know
this
she-
is like before we were even dating. We were just hanging out at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she came over to my place to pick me up to go somewhere with short hair, and I'm
And she'd
like,
shave
"What
it,
the
like, all
fuck
off.
did you do?"
Was it like shit?
it was like a bell kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
But hadn't hair way down.
She's always had
Totally
straight. Yeah.
So this took you by surprise. So
Oh,
when
yeah.
you opened the door, what did you say?
The first thing, like,
what
what
the
the
fuck's
fuck
wrong?
happened to your hair?
And you were just hanging out.
And
You
there
weren't
was-
even dating.
No, like her with 3 other of my friends were coming to pick me up to go to the bar.
Oh, okay.
You know, I just got off of work, getting changed, getting ready to come back out, and I come out there and I'm like, "What the fuck did you do?" And they were all giving her compliments and the complimentary. Oh, yeah, it looks great, blah blah blah. And I go, "What looks great?" And she turned around. I'm like, "What the fuck happened to your hair?"
What'd she say?
She didn't seem
get
very
mad?
happy. She wasn't like mad. I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. You look fucked up with your hair like that. So as soon as that grows out, the better.
Did you get anything in that night?
No.
No, probably not.
That was like
No.
months later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a cold start.
Had to let the hair grow back out. I wasn't gonna be fucking that.
I'm not touching that. Gross. And now she's growing her hair way
Yeah,
back
it's
out.
back the way it was.
And now she never cuts it again like that, right?
Not really. I don't think so.
Okay. But if she did, you would say,
Well, I'd still say something about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But hell, I look like trash with my hat off. So what the fuck can I say?
does she say stuff like that to you? God damn, put a
Oh
hat
no,
on.
I got
You're
a mirror.
gross.
I got a mirror.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm harder on myself than anybody. Fuck.
The last one here, it's a forbidden pleasure.
Uh-oh.
The very fact that there is a huge age gap is enticing enough for the partners to be hooked to each other. It's human nature to want that which is forbidden. So this may mean like if you're 20 dating somebody that's 60,
Well,
maybe.
like
That's a huge gap, right?
like a lot of the Indonesian communities are kind of that way.
It's older guys and younger women.
Yeah, like the
More the norm.
Philippines and places around like that. It's there's a lot of like 20-year-old girls dating 50-year-old guys, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those cultures don't really care about age. It's more about if like stable and secure shit. It's not about once you're an adult, they just consider, oh, you're in the playing field. And that's all
Hey.
it kind of is.
My
Yeah.
fingers smell like your fingers, smell like
Yeah.
his fingers.
Mine smell great.
Yes. We use toilet paper. Though I broke through twice today. That
I
never
exfoliate and
happens.
clean my hands. Wash
Never
them.
happens. Had to break through twice. It was awful. Well, there you go. That's
You
why
need
that's
less
why the
ass
women
smoke.
love the men.
I agree with those.
On Dude Day
Yeah.
from India, from Men's XP.
And if the women don't agree with those, there's probably something wrong with them anyway. You didn't need them anyway.
True. It was just for
Yeah.
fun. We'll see what's going on. It's from India again. If you want to check it out, Men's XP, it's India's largest men's leisure destination. I'll try to read it from a mile away. I don't know what the hell it says. Lifestyle destination,
There you
Men's
go.
XP. There we go. So then the other one we can sneak in here with a couple minutes we got left.
Okay.
You want to sneak this in? We'll sneak it in. We'll go quick. Okay. This is the opposite way. This is from metro.com.
Okay.
And this is why men like older women. Number one, they don't give a shit and are way overspending their time seeking out validation from other people.
Yes.
You think that's true?
When I had a period of time where I was split up with my wife.
Yes.
Sometimes they just fucking just offer. They just fucking offer. What are you doing? Nothing. Come over to the house to fuck me? I'm like, no, I do not want to.
Yes.
But like, it just depends. Like it just depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But women that are older or at least been through at least a longer relationship of some sort, they already know what they want. So if they pick you out, they've already checked off the blanks
Yeah.
and have validated it. Yeah.
That's just going. Yeah. I mean, I think they don't, not as much as a younger girl who's worried about what all their friends think. And yeah. Yeah. I like
Also,
that.
you know, we're in our 40s. So it's like we're at that age where some single moms are empty nesters now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a totally different thing than what it was a few years back. You know,
Sure. No kids.
Yeah.
Everybody's gone.
I think this is like I heard something on something I was listening to about this is the weirdest time where there's the most empty nesters ever because of the amount of divorces and things like that. So it's like a totally different single playing field now for any age.
A lot more for older people than
and
ever.
For older people, it's a lot weirder because they don't know how to do. They're not as social media up to date as a lot of the younger ones are and stuff like that. But then that's all sucks too.
Jitterbug won't send them a text.
Right?
Yeah, I get it.
Signed up for something called Tinder.
That's
Can't
right.
Figure it out.
I don't know. Now I'm on something called Grinder. I can't figure it out.
It ain't sent me a hoagie one.
So they don't give a shit about how they look and don't worry about other people, what they think. Number 2,
They still care about how they look.
they care what other people think, but they don't let it. It's not like they're 16.
It's not an overdone thing.
It's not what their friends think all the time. They're over that.
They're going to give you daytime casual, not the full on.
Here's one. And again, I'm reading. I didn't write this. They're confident in the sack. With a good few decades of experience, a blowjob with the lights on ceased being a big deal quite some time ago. You think older women are confident in the sack, James?
More than likely.
Yeah. They don't mind.
More than likely.
Yeah, they're not worried that about things.
Because mine's technically older, and I'd say yeah.
Yeah. Is that true? A blowjob with the lights on. I don't even know what that means.
That could also be she has no shame too.
Could be.
Yeah.
But
that's all right.
Well, in general, what do you think? Do you like the lights on or off?
I don't care.
You don't have a preference?
No.
Okay. I'm lights on.
The scenery is not the setting is not what I'm there for.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, just the whole visual.
Yeah.
I like lights better.
You like the wrapping paper. I like the candy.
Oh, I like it all. I like it lit up. I just want to.
Right.
I like to see what I'm eating.
There you go.
Their libido is on point. It's because most women don't reach their sexual peak until they're in their late 30s. So they're powerhouses in the sack.
I don't know about all that.
I don't either.
That's all depends on how long you've been married to him.
Where are you people?
Yeah.
Like I've said, where are you people?
Is that from India too? We might need to make
No,
no.
I didn't see what this is.
Wash your hands and come on over.
Make me a sandwich. Wash your hands.
No, wash your hands
Wash
first.
your hands first. I don't mind a little shit.
I'm going to Japanese them and make them do all that at the door before they come in.
I do know this. Here, I left out one line from
We
this.
love you, but that's weird.
The women don't reach their sexual peak until they're in their late 30s. Here you go. Do the maths.
The maths?
So we know this is now from overseas, probably
Yeah.
the UK. Okay. Imperfections are sexy.
That's probably what they say.
Maths?
No, that's the women are telling whoever is taking this down that they reach their peaks at those times.
Yes.
Yeah. That might just be in their head. They're kind of like the old baseball player.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that. But like in athletic world,
Yeah.
they think that like it's weird that like mid-30s is older.
Yeah.
There's some cultures like, and they call them like throwaway women or leftovers. Like China has that. And
Oh, yeah?
Other those Asian countries.
Once they hit 40, trash
No,
them.
it's like 35.
Throw 'em in the
If
trash.
they're single, they call them leftovers. Not even joking. You can Google it. They call them leftover women. So if you're 35 and they like shun them, like, oh, she's a leftover, and people like she don't have like society, like she can't get into like groups and things.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has to get in another group of leftovers to go do things.
God bless America.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Man, brutal in China. Terrible.
But they're just like women. Sometimes are just like us. We still think, oh, I can still go out there and throw that ball and catch that ball, or dude at the bar that thinks he can beat up the UFC guy.
Yeah.
There's women that still think they can do stuff when they was younger, and we know, it's
Their
like, babe, your leg's not going to do this anymore.
They're called Madonna.
No, right?
That is like the epitome
I'm
of.
talking about the ones with no money.
Yeah, no.
You're right.
Here's one. This is pretty true. Imperfections are sexy. It's not necessarily the imperfections themselves, but rather the way in which they own them. So while most women have cellulite, it's not the ones that have the least who carry it well. It's the ones who don't care about it who are winning. And, you said, you don't mind a little extra here and there.
Yeah, but I don't like when a girl's fucking enormous and everybody's still compliment her on how cute she is.
Tell me how cute I am.
Yeah, it's like, no, you still got to, there's still a line.
Firemen are helping you wipe your ass.
Yeah.
I can't tell you that you're beautiful.
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere.
If you travel and there's special accommodations, you might need,
That's a little too.
Yeah.
That's like birthday card stuff. It's like a 600-pound woman, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Whatever.
The uncle you want to
Scratches,
lose your email
scars.
because he keeps sending you those pictures.
Yeah, like, stop it.
Yeah.
They won't bore you. That's for damn sure. With a lifetime of experiences, stories, and wisdom, they'll take pillow talk to a whole new level. You seem like somebody who's into pillow talk, James.
Yeah. Right. More like couch talk beforehand.
Yeah, and then get the hell out of my way so I can play some Xbox or some shit.
No, it's like I'm about to pass out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, well, that was good.
But that goes with the other one. Experience. They
Yeah.
got stuff to say. They're interesting. You know what I mean? They're not going to want to be pregnant by the end of the month. Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Can't happen anyway. Good
If they're
luck.
older and they've already had kids, well, then for sure.
If
As
you
opposed
are-
to somebody
if
who's
you did,
16.
You're cheating on me, so it's all right.
They still have that show, 16 and Pregnant. Is that a show? Is that a thing? on
Oh, I don't
MTV?
know. I haven't watched any of that stuff. Producer
Oh, my-
says he don't know either. He don't watch that kind of crap.
Good Lord. They can pay their own way. They won't expect you to cough up every time the bill lands on the table. Have you,
Sugar mama.
when you were dating some people, did you ever date a girl that was a little older, or were they mostly
Not
your
really.
age? Okay.
No.
All right. Yeah. I had that one, like I told you about, that went down to the swinger party, but I don't know that she paid for too much.
When I was in my mid
Try to
20s, I
block
dated
it
a girl
out.
that was a lot older than me for a minute,
Yeah.
but it was only for a minute. And I was like, yeah, she's kind of a little bit too old, but that was me in my 20s. We're like 40. Like everything seems like our wheelhouse if we were single,
Yeah.
right?
But it's not.
But it's not.
It's
Yeah,
not.
because we're us.
Yes. Looking for a golden girl. I had a couple older women that were like hitting on me and doing stuff, and I didn't like see it.
I've
I
always,
knew it,
when I worked the bar, it'd be all the time.
but I was like 20 some.
Yeah.
One woman like had me over for dinner. I think, she put her mom to bed early or something. She lived with her mom. One person, I went to her house, and no, I'm not going down that road. Never mind. I don't want to tell these stories. I'm moving on. They were just older women. I didn't see the signal, and
Yeah.
they can afford being okay. They can afford. Okay, sorry. These are from other countries, and it's English, but it's weird.
It's weird English.
They can afford bang tidy underwear, which they regard as a life essential instead of an occasional luxury. And it comes with the decent wine, good grub, and holidays that don't involve sitting on a couch for 16 hours and sharing a room with 3 Australians at the end of it. I don't know what
Jeebus.
any of this was. Bang tidy underwear. I like really good. I thought I knew British shit.
Tidy underwear, is that like lingerie?
They can afford like really nice stuff. Yeah, it's like what they're saying. I guess. I don't know. Moving on.
I don't give a shit about what they can afford.
None of this matters. None of
Yeah,
this matters.
I don't give a shit about what they can afford.
They aren't afraid of communication. And when they say they're fine, they really are. So like leave them alone.
No.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm good. Go with your friends. No, that's more younger. But they communicate. I think women are always good at saying things they think or what they want you to know. I would agree to that. They won't stalk you on Facebook.
Do what?
It says they won't stalk you on Facebook, number 10.
Oh, I'm imagining that's just all situational.
I would imagine that it's the opposite, that more women who are older would stalk you on Facebook because younger people aren't on Facebook as much, don't care.
Oh, yeah.
It is just older women on Facebook.
She's trying to find me on MySpace and shit.
Yeah, on MySpace. That's right.
I keep running into
I
Tom.
sent a letter to your house and
I
then I
asked
checked.
Tom.
Last one. They won't spend the majority of the evening posting selfies up on Instagram or tweeting about your date.
That's situational.
If they're
too.
older, they're probably a little less,
Situational.
yeah, definitely.
Some people just like to take a bunch of pictures of stuff just to make it look like their day's full, and they're really just doing some boring
That
ass shit.
sucks. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people do that.
Little clips of just like, I'm driving in my car. I'm like, sweet. Did you just get it? If not, who cares? You're just driving in your
Find
car.
people. Watch this show.
Yeah.
Email
Find
us. I'll be your friend. There's no need to post silly pictures and beg people to don't do that.
That's why I think it's weird when older people are on TikTok. And by older, I mean like older than 30.
Yeah,
It's just weird.
it's different.
It's like when the guys that sing music for teenagers,
Yeah.
but they're like in their like Offspring. Remember the Offspring?
Oh yeah.
So they're like in their 40s already, but they're singing like teenage anthems. I just always thought that was fucking weird.
Yeah. See Green Day.
It's like when I show up to an event with my friends and they're all in their late 20s and
Like-
I'm like 40.
Whose dad's here to pick us
Yeah,
up?
well, like I looked the part for a minute, and then once word goes around, like fucking old man over here.
Who's the cop?
Yeah, who's the narc?
Yeah. It's okay. Well, I think we've learned a lot today about relationships.
Sure.
Yes, and men and women and their differences. We'll be glad to have you back, Karen.
Yeah.
So-
next episode will be her rebuttal.
Yes, she'll have plenty to say. She will be here Wednesday. Wednesday is Valentine's Day. I'm sure I'll have some special jokes or something. I got this idea for cupcakes that I want to do. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe so. So thank you for tuning in today to the GGHOP, the Guaranteed Genuine, Honest to Goodness 1 Hour podcast, sponsored by Wilson Farm Market in Arcadia.
And the Frankfurt Beer Works.
And the Frankfurt Beer Works. For James Swinford, I'm Bill Gant, reminding you to treat other people how you want to be treated. Lighten the hell up. And now you go make somebody laugh today, even if they are an aged woman.